Alright, so we're recording now.
I like that picture.
Yes. So where we last left our heroes, we will not talk about that. We're gonna go straight to.
When we last left our heroes. Oh, I have been told by the powers that be that we shall go over that later. So, with that said, where we last left the side story, the
Okay.
Red Card went to a southern village to do some sort of business.
Alright, so Taman, you go down south with the red cards. When you're there, what was it? It's just going around. They're just there to visit. They actually because I say, yeah, they're just there, just look around, do visiting, see what's up, and not much has happened. However, they do meet a interesting woman, uh, who is very good at ice spells, and the
Is
swords.
her name Mrs. Yes?
No, her name is she's an old lady. Her name is Chirno. Yeah,
All right.
Chirno, and everybody calls her that. But sometimes they just call it. Yes. Well, I might change the name later. Anyway, so I will just say, and the red cards are thinking that they might employ her as a guard. Now, you found this very unusual because, uh, well, she's an old lady, but but nobody in town likes her. They kind of just tolerate her.
Okay.
Yes. So, you're on your way back. Okay. It's actually not. It wasn't that long of a trip, and like maybe a day, both back and forth. And uh, you notice it's starting to snow. All right. When you arrive at the house, and we're just gonna go generally about this. The red cards and you come upon the house to be
In the
greeted
main.
by a plethora of maybe 60 spirits in the house. There's 60 spirits in the house, just chilling
Actually, in the house.
in the house, inside the house.
Okay.
Let's see. Shit, I feel like we have to roleplay this, but
Well, do they see Joseph? If I may interject, do they see spirits?
the well, they see the same things that Valbar generally sees, and
Okay.
I mean, after what's her name, uh, Noru
No.
played her tune, and all the spirits kind of came to more humanoid form. Um, they look
Got it.
like
Okay.
spirits generally, like ghosts.
Okay.
Uh, and
That's
then
weird.
they kind of change between their regular form and come back. You've noticed, depending on their mood, and that's kind of really it.
Okay.
So the red
Okay.
cards, they're really surprised, and they're kind of freaking out. Yeah. That said,
Do they hear music?
uh, Noru, would you be playing music?
Yeah, I think I would still be playing music.
Keep
Uh,
them happy.
well, this would be on a different day. You stayed overnight.
Oh,
But I'd still be jamming my sweet tunes.
Yes. So yeah, yes. You'd be jamming your sweet tunes, and uh, what's it called? Yeah, So yeah, they know, so, like they ask you like Soraya, like later card, no Grimmer cards like Soraya, what's the meaning of this?
Uh, and I remain calm as ever, um, despite all the, well, actually, what looked to be people to me surrounding me and in the common area, and explain these spirits came from the forest and wanted. Uh, well, actually, they didn't say what they wanted, but they apparently have a tradition of coming here during the first snowfall. I haven't gotten to ask how long they stay, but they have done this for quite a long time, even before you purchased the property. Um, and this seems to be in line with a festival of sorts.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
yeah.
Um, when you do talk
And
to
this
Red
is
Card,
away from Noru.
yeah, when you do talk to Grimrod Card, you notice that he's unusually pale. What I mean unusually pale, I mean like he's kind of like when your skin's so pale, you can see the veins inside him.
I asked him if he needs me to heal him.
It's like, what are you talking about?
You, well, your your pale complexion seems ghostly, almost.
Yeah, and I've been particularly sensitive from the sun recently. I don't think I've been feeling myself, but that's not too important right now. What's important is these spirits. They're not dangerous, I'm assuming.
No, no, I believe they would have attacked by now, if they did intend, and so long as we do not upset them, which was almost the case when they first arrived, uh, they seem that they will be, quite friendly. I apologize for doing so, but in line with the festivities that I found out, it's normal to give food offerings, and that seemed to put them in good spirits, along with the music that the bard is playing.
Sorry.
And I kind of point to the plates, like the single plate of cake, the single bowl of strawberries, and the single.
Have you? It seems to me that these spirits may be the former residents or residents of the area. Well,
Zora kind of shrugs.
they could provide some interesting security, but
Well, I don't
do you think
recall.
we have to really be very careful about our identities, or does that matter to them?
Of course, I did not disclose your name at all, or my name, my true name at the very least.
Oh.
Just that you are my master.
Oh dear. Okay.
They have not asked about it since the beginning. They have been rather preoccupied with the festivities. But I've been trying to keep it that way.
This could pose a problem.
What do you mean?
We're not fully immersed in DN culture yet. And if these spirits are truly the residents of D, and regulars of this regular household, they may provide considerable tests to our cultural knowledge, which could expose us.
Well, the spirits here seem old, from what I can tell.
It doesn't quite matter. As they are old, then they're going to also test our historical knowledge.
Shall I reread some books?
We don't have time.
Mm.
We just have to go ahead and go there and just deal with it. At a certain point,
Right.
We're going to have to go ahead and either just outright, like, at some point, our potential to be exposed is inevitable. At some point. going to be inevitable. That said, if we could do something to go ahead and get them to like us first, that could be useful.
Well, I feel that I've done a decent job of welcoming them
Well,
past the first interaction, as well as providing them food.
all right. Well, let's just get settled then.
Zoriah nods.
All right. So, all right. So this is actually not going to go the way I originally planned because I just realized continuity. So we're gonna get.
Okay.
This is gonna get interesting. Everybody's at the house now. Everybody.
All
Yeah, everybody is at the house. All the spirits, all the players.
all 68 of us.
68 guys, okay. So, what's it called? Tammin, you're there. What's it called? Valbar, you're there in your suit. Yeah, you're there.
Of course I am.
Okay, good. Noru, you're here.
I'm the guy holding the tea.
Hey.
Okay, and of course Soraya. Great. So, festivities going on. Let's go ahead and get some reactions out of the way. Tammin, what's your thoughts? What's your reaction to the situation? I mean, okay, let's put it this way. Does anybody have any particular reactions they want to go ahead and display?
I want to go greet the red cards.
Okay, great.
Oh, great.
Great. So, upon meeting them, you
I'm just-
actually recognize the red cards as the
Okay.
people who are at the fair, who are at the town. When the red cards see you, they're surprised, and you notice that they have a sense of irritation upon seeing you. What do you do?
Okay.
Oh, by the way, was there anybody else who want to make any reactions?
No.
No. Okay. So Tammin, you're just gonna
Taman's like,
you're
Soraya?
just gonna just take this all in.
Yeah, kind of just like looking around at the spirit, like not sure what to do about it. but-
You can tell that some of these spirits are ranging from will-o-wisps, shadows, ghosts, and wraiths.
Okay.
Yes. And they kind of flicker between a ghostly state and their former state. So, that said, Noru. So
Hey.
as you were saying.
So I go up to them and do a slight curtsy and say, I do believe we've met before.
Lyrica says, "Yes, we have, and you've been following us, haven't you?"
I replied that I was curious about them.
Grim Red Card, this stoic-looking man, pale in complexion and muscular and gaunt, says, "Really? How so?"
I say that I was wondering where they had gone in such a hurry, instead of staying in town for the festival.
Lady Red Card replies, "Well, of course. We had a prior meeting at another town. Which is why we weren't here when you got here. So apparently you got here to our residence."
I do a slight nod as if I suddenly understand something.
And the maid says, "You are a particularly little curious person, aren't you?"
I smile and reply yes.
All right. Now, as you are speaking to them, Soraya,
Yes.
you hear screams and cries from the forest. Like, ah, like just like really far away, like often like a far cry. You hear it.
Do I recognize the voice?
No.
Can I ignore this? I'm assuming that other people heard.
The spirits heard. All the spirits heard.
How did they react?
You just kind of, like when you got a bunch of animals in one place and they all hear something, and all their heads turn.
Okay.
Kind of like that.
Moo!
Okay.
Kind of like that.
And so it's like basically like they're all partying and all of a sudden it stops.
Yeah.
Whoa there,
And
Bessie.
they're all, and at this moment, Tem and Valbar, you see this? They all turn into former states, into ghostly states.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Oh jeez. Okay.
So
So Raya,
They're just staring off in the distance, and you still hear screams and cries.
Soraya gets her shoes on and actually goes to the edge, does the shoe thing, and begins walking in that direction and like listening to see if I see or hear anything further. What time of day is it? You said that they spent the night.
Yeah, so at this point, it's like...
What time of day is it?
It's morning.
Okay. So upon exiting the house and, stepping out of the house and, being able to properly see outside, do I see anything within the tree line? Hear anything extra?
You see, oh gosh, like about 40 zombies running towards you. And no, it's snowing, and you notice that as the zombies are running towards the house, a few of them are being pulled into the forest, dragging them away.
Okay. Do I see what drags them back?
You think it's the snow. Actually, roll perception.
Okay.
Actually, I should roll perception for you, but no, fine. You roll
I'll
perception
roll.
before I go ahead and pull up my...
Yeah. 16 plus 7 is 23.
Oh, okay. Okay. It seems to be it's like these glowing tentacles coming from the ground. You know that
Oh dear Jesus.
they're pulling them from the snow into the forest, and off in the distance, what's it called? It's like you see a few pair of glowing eyes kind of here and there in the forest, and they seem to be kind of like... Oh yeah, actually, as you're seeing the tentacles pulling, 40, 50, 60 old so zombies into the forest, there are like a few, ghostly eyes. They look like ghosts, and they're grabbing them and like dragging them against the zombies' will.
So, ghostly eyes are in the forest. There's ghostly tentacles pulling back the zombies that were running away, and it's against their will.
It's against the zombies' will.
Yeah,
The zombies
yeah.
are running away. They're like.
Yeah. How big are these
so
tentacles? All
So-
40
so-
of them?
Huh? We'll
Did
say
it pull all 40 of them?
No, you
just
realize there were
one-
60 more, and actually, you realize there's actually more zombies. There's like, there's like 100 of them,
Oh, jeez.
and they're being pulled in.
Okay,
Taman, you
Do I
notice
rec-
that Soraya is.
We might not survive this
occupied.
one.
I just walked outside into the snow.
Yeah, she just walked outside into the snow. You notice that all the spirits are kind of to the former selves. What was it?
No,
Noru. You notice that the same thing Taman says. So does Valbar.
Okay, well, I did notice that all of the spirits like turned back to their normal state,
yeah.
or like reverted back to their ghostly form, right?
Okay. Yes. Okay. Just let you know
Okay.
we might go into combat. There might be not too much exposition. So
All right. So,
might be. So
does Soraya recognize? Sorry.
I'm not gonna go ahead and be so like blatant very often, but just like because you guys are new and we only have so much time.
All right, so Noru, what do?
I consult one of the spirits and ask what made that noise, and if there's anything I can do.
Actually, you know what they can. You know already what it is.
Oh,
It's actually you're gonna have to roll. You're gonna have to roll history.
oh.
I was just about to say, would Soraya be able to roll to see what and see if she knows what that is, since she's been reading books on D?
Yes, you can read. You can roll history.
And I no longer have disadvantage on history rolls.
Yes.
Why did you have disadvantage for a bit?
I had disadvantage because it was D in history, but now I don't. because I
Okay,
read-
so
17
yeah,
plus 3 is 20
perception?
for me.
18. 18.
Okay. So you both know that generally it's just the winter that just drags this drags spirits, or at least that they just well actually okay. You just know that winter in general is dangerous for spirits to be out in the cold. In the winter, especially snow. Basically, the spirits should not be under falling snow. It's dangerous because they'll disappear forever.
Damn, nature, you're scary.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
It's
but what
winter-
Soraya is seeing, Soraya, what you haven't read is that what causes. You just know that spirits just disappear in winter.
that's why they seek, abandoned or inhabited homes or
Yes.
towns. Okay. Am I seeing something different than what everyone else is seeing, or am I the only one able to see these things in the forest?
That's a good question.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Soraya, trying to be a good Dian would. Oh wait, of what I know about the forest and winter, does it pose a threat to the living?
Roll history. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to go ahead and move, you guys can. Okay.
Yeah. So Taman and Valbar, what would your reactions be?
I
while
I would want to look out into the snow as well and see what I can see.
So you go out to Soraya?
Well, seeing that there's zombies outside,
No, you don't
I
see
probably
zombies.
sharpen my sword.
You see
real
spirits.
quick.
I see zombies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
hear,
okay.
Yeah, you hear screams and see spirits. I hear screams and see zombies.
So does Noru.
I'm the only one that
Well,
sees zombies.
okay. Where are you, Noru? Are you with the group, or are you still with the spirits? With the house?
I am in the house, and can I rush to the door? Or actually, no. I go
Yes.
and ask Lady Redcard if I may go and try to get more of the zombies in.
She just waves to you, just like, do what you need to do. She just waves, just like a nodding, like an affirmative wave. Like, go.
Okay. I rush to the door and see if I can help any of them in.
Okay, so,
Soraya rolled a 15 plus 2, which makes 17.
No, they're not. You cannot be harmed by them.
By the winter thing.
That's correct. You cannot be harmed by winter.
Okay. So Soraya would
At
have
least
begun...
it's not. At least it's not typical. It's very atypical.
Got it. Okay. Soraya would have...
Actually, hold on. I gotta remember very carefully. Let me see. Please, you passed the roll. I'm just trying to remember the technicalities. Nope. You can't be hurt by winter. But there's just things in winter that if you see them, you're probably gonna get hurt. There are dark spirits. Some dark spirits come out. They're very rare. And you've read that they look that they look like knights, or they look like they look like samurai and stuff. They look distinctly different from the other evil spirits that you're used to. That's what you've read. So all intents and purposes, these things can hurt you.
Can or cannot?
You think they cannot hurt you.
Okay.
Are they hostile?
Begun running forward and trying to guide those that were not captured towards the house, and I don't know, try and grab if one of them gets grabbed, I would grab their hand and try and pull them back.
Oh, okay. So, you see... Okay, so everybody, you see Soraya running towards the zombies, and some of them are, still being dragged here and there.
They may be undead, but I'm still doing a good thing.
I know, and some of them are being pulled in the air. Okay, one of the closest one to you, is like saying, like is like a young, is like a person that's around Noru's age, a zombie going, help me, ah! Indian, and you notice that the way that you notice that the kinds of screams and cries that these demons are making, they are distinctively different accent.
Like from normal, or from different how? From the ones previous, or
They're
from
like,
what we're used to hearing?
They're like Lady Redcard's accent.
Oh, old spirits. Okay.
And yeah, and they're just freaking out, and you roll to go ahead and like grab one.
That would be Dex. Alright. Skill. Alright, in the meantime, while I'm trying to figure out my role, Taman, Valbar, Noru, say what you do.
Can I or did I manage to help any of the zombies in?
Yeah. They just kind of. I mean, there's nothing you can really do. I mean, all you gotta do is just be really close to them, like hugging distance. Like
Okay.
you gotta hug next to them, and like you notice that as you come up, okay, some of them just like some of these spirits kind of just like get really close to you, and actually it's kind of weird because you're gonna have to roll Constitution because some of them pass through your some of them pass through your body, and you feel you feel pain. You have to roll Constitution.
Okay.
Welcome to
Oh
the game.
my.
Alright. I believe like to reach out and grab it would be acrobatics. If I recall
Might just be
correctly.
just regular dexterity.
Regular dexterity. Okay.
Also same for you, Tammin. Spirits are huddling around you in desperation. And you're gonna go ahead and you might take some damage too, so roll Constitution.
Did he leave the house?
Yes, he did.
Oh.
Valbar, same thing for you. However, they actually can't. They're actually not. You're actually okay. They're huddling around you, but they can't actually like pass through you for
Alright.
some odd reason.
Huh?
For some odd reason, the spirits can't pass through you. So you're.
Oh,
okay.
is it because I'm ugly? They don't want to touch me?
You gotta figure that out.
Alright.
All right.
Um,
So what's your rolls?
15. So for grabbing and for grabbing hold of the one that's getting dragged away, 15 plus 3, which is 18.
Okay,
I rolled.
you grab them.
I rolled 18 plus 1, so 19.
You take 4 damage.
Oh, jeez. For strength of pulling, I believe it would be strength. 16 plus 3 is 19.
You feel an incredible pull, like none that you've ever seen, and it lifts you. It's like lifting the zombie up. Okay, everybody, you see Soraya being levitated as she's holding onto a will-o-wisp.
What is lifting her up?
Nothing.
One of
You-
the spirits.
You don't see nothing.
You don't see nothing.
For all sakes and purposes, it looks like the will-o-wisp is pulling me up.
Oh, I should probably said it that way. Yeah. Tammin, what the hell was your roll?
Hold on one second. I actually forgot what my modifier was. Check that. But my concept. 1 second.
So there's about like 5 spirits per each of you guys. The rest of them are still trying to scramble towards the house, while the other ones are being pulled away, and you notice some of them are being like dragged into the forest. Some of them are just flying into the sky, screaming, "Ah!" whispering. You have never, Tammin, Valbar, you have never seen ghosts this terrified.
My roll was 15 total.
Oh.
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, you're looking pretty good. Okay, you take 5 damage.
Okay.
Alright, so,
Did I have to roll the d20?
no, you don't have to worry because they can't pass through you, so you don't have to roll Constitution.
Oh, so I roll Constitution?
You don't have to roll anything. You're good.
Okay. Sorry.
Alright, so, okay, Soraya, what do? You notice that the zombie is like you're holding onto one arm and one arm and their legs being raised into the air, like it's being pulled up from that end. What do you do?
I'm still holding on. I'm imagining I'm quite a ways up.
You're not that high
Right.
up. You're like about 5 feet.
Oh.
Roll wisdom.
Alright. Numbers. I was trying to look at my spells to see if there's anything that would help.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta
Oh,
you
geez.
gotta do something.
Yeah. Alright, 19 plus 4. So that's 23.
You think that's you're thinking that there's more to this, and there might be actually something, like actually, at least from your perspective, it looks like something's actually physically grabbing them.
Yeah.
You think you should probably reveal or identify what is grabbing them as soon as possible.
Oh, to the others, you mean?
No, well, that or find you got just figure it out. You think it might be a good idea that perhaps having contact with that thing could reveal it.
Okay. Is the entire tentacle raised? I look down to the. Yeah, Soraya looks down to the ground. Is the entire tentacle raised off 5 feet from the ground, or is it touching the ground? And just that one part raised up.
Actually, there's no tentacles anymore, and yeah, there's no tentacles anymore. You actually notice that there's actually like these ghostly beings dragging these zombies away. There's like a few of them just kind of just pulling them by force, and actually there's quite a few other spirits being pulled up into the air with you.
Oh, jeez. See
They're all-
contact.
I mean, other zombies pulled up with you.
Got it. So contact. All right.
And actually,
I would like-
as this is happening, you are actually going. You're actually getting high elevation and you're going into the starting to go over the forest.
Oh, jeez.
So
I
at this-
thought I was only 5 feet off the ground.
oh yeah,
all right.
yeah, but now you're like what?
10.
30.
Oh, okay.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Everybody's gotta think about this, okay?
Okay.
Because we might end on a cliffhanger tonight.
I don't want to do that. All right. So this is happening.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to attack the thing for fear of it getting angry.
Yeah, that's like main reason. Like I want to
I feel like
help
my character is such a loser.
and shoot it with arrow, and that seemed like probably a bad plan.
Except you can't see it. Only I can technically see them. Otherwise, you guys just see the ghosties. Not the bad ghosties, just the good ones. Well,
Spooky ghosties.
good.
Yeah, Rachel. Good question. I think I spaced out or something, but why is it that it's the
Soraya.
only one that can see them as what they
I
are?
don't know. I haven't been able to figure that out yet. I think it's because of my alignment, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Because all y'all guys are neutral, and I'm good.
I was thinking there was like a specific reason
Does
why.
anybody have
Like,
anything to say?
I was thinking it must have been like the history or something.
Well, that's what I.
Why is
Alright.
Soraya the only one that can see them
We don't know.
for what they really are?
You guys don't know. You characters don't
I have-
know this.
I
oh,
haven't-
okay.
It doesn't.
I have not been able to inform you guys. Hey, you guys see this shit, right?
Hey guys, are you
Here,
seeing this
that's-
I'll
shit?
shut up now.
No.
So since you said that Soraya believes contact would be the best thing to reveal these things, I would like to roll. I think it's athletics
Yes.
to climb up the ghost being grabbed and held up by their feet and touch the thing that is making us fly.
Okay, roll. You need to beat a 20.
A nat 20?
No, you just need to beat a 20.
Oh, okay. Mm. That would be a, gosh darn it, 19, or 17.
Maybe next time.
Do I get up halfway? What happens?
Oh yeah, you're higher. You're at the torso. The person's screaming, ah! And
Nice.
by now, everybody, you're seeing Soraya, being pulled up by this Willow's Wisp over the forest.
And
Along
While
with,
I'm-
along with maybe, 20, maybe 20 spirits with them.
while I'm climbing up, I ask them I ask them, like, how did this happen? Like, what's...
They said we don't know. We're just we saw we saw we saw darkness flowing from flowing with the winter, and then they started taking us away. They're taking us away. They're taking us away. I had freedom, freedom, freedom. No, no, don't take me back. No, no. Oh, oh. Why
Okay.
does this always happen to me?
While she's rambling, I carry on
No,
with
you're
my...
hearing this from other places too.
Oh,
They're all
okay.
screaming, crying, moaning, just this collective, horrible moaning of despair.
Okay, well, I rolled again for my second attempt at climbing, and I rolled a 17 plus 3, that's 20.
Oh, well, at that time you just need to beat
Nice.
19. So yeah, you got it. Good. Great job.
I touched
so
the
you
thing.
touched it. Okay,
I touched
so
the button.
you see.
I don't touch the butt, I just touch the thing. I don't know what it is, but I touch it.
Okay, you grab where you think it is, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and show you a partial picture of
An
it.
eldritch abomination appears before our eyes, and it
Soraya's a badass.
expands over the landscape. An ungodly and
You
Cthulhu-like
see,
creature.
you're like here. This is the rest of it. Kind of looking.
oh dear God!
Giant
What?
It's a little
butterfly
different.
monster?
Huh?
It's a giant butterfly monster.
It's a giant. Okay, I'm just gonna say two things.
Does Soraya
It's-
recognize this?
No, you've never seen this thing before.
Right
It
here.
looks like a
Egypt.
butterfly, but like the stems, it's not gonna have this pattern. It's gonna look very woody, like it's made of wood, like tree branches. It actually has a pinkish. It actually looks like it's got the same hue as cherry blossoms. And
Color.
yeah, same color as cherry blossoms, and when you look at it, it looks like it's just surrounded by darkness, Rachel. It's just surrounded by just like evil energy, just like seeping through it. Like it's like this emptiness, this soulless emptiness. Everybody else, as you see Soraya flying over the forest, you see this beautiful butterfly appear. Just absolutely beautiful. And the sky lights up. And the snow glows like cherry blossoms falling from the sky, blowing into the wind.
And
And
apparently you hear Soraya say, "Oh dear Pilar!"
and you notice that you notice that all the spirits are being pulled up into the sky with it through its many tentacle like appendages, tendrils grabbing them, pulling them up into the sky.
Okay.
It is as if this spirit is to take these souls into the afterlife, where they can go, where they can have, well, just like away, like
Whatever
the end.
afterlife.
The end. Yeah.
Just so,
What's it called? Noru, you've never seen this before. Actually, no. Actually,
Okay.
actually, correction. You've seen this before, by, particular individuals who have deep connections with spirits. Like, yeah. If you've only heard, if you've only seen this, you've only heard rumors of a spirit like this, being the culmination of a bunch of spirits put together to create one like mega spirit or something, combined spirit, and usually this is like something done and made by spirit whisperers or spirit communicators, those who have a very strong affinity with spirits. Not all Deans have
Oh
it,
my.
but certain Deans have it. But this one's special.
Oh my.
You've heard of them, having this kind of like greenish hue about them,
Mm-hmm.
and other kind of more neutral colors, like a blue or a white. But this one's you've never heard of one that had this kind of effect. You've never seen one like this that that looked pink, or was actually this big, or had portrayed any of this kind of behavior before.
Okay, so it is hostile.
You don't know that. You don't think that. You don't.
They
you don't think it's
saw the
hostile.
they saw it taking away the spirits,
Yeah. So how do you feel about that? That's up to you to decide.
and Soraya saw enough point. Soraya, this girl she just met, saw enough point to grab onto it.
Yeah, this is really kind of freaking me out.
So yeah, at this point, you're well over the forest.
Yeah,
And actually, the what's it called? At this point, the spirits that made it to the house made it. About 10 of them made it to the house.
out of the 50.
Out of the 50 that actually got out to the forest, 15 of them are under each of you guys. I mean, are under you guys, so there's like 5 per person. Oh yeah, I forgot Alexia. Oh yeah, she wasn't there.
I thought she was at the guild.
Oh yeah, she's hanging out there. Yeah, she doesn't see this. Yeah.
Imagine her running out there with Bedhead or something.
About let me see, 10, 15, about 20 of them has been snatched away
With Soraya.
with Soraya.
I said
And-
with Soraya.
Let me see, 1, 2, 15, 35, 10, that's 55. So yeah, the rest, the 5 have been grabbed away by other spirits, according, by Soraya's perspective, or they've just been pulled away into the forest, just disappearing, just disappearing, just
Oh
fading away.
my.
Now for you, that's particularly sad because you know that they'll never come back. They're gone
Yeah.
forever. And
Oh,
and
jeez.
for you, the spirits disappearing into the winter into the winter snow is a second death, the real death.
Yeah. That's like, they're never coming back, death.
Yes, they're gone forever.
Oh, jeez.
So what would this butterfly thing be a sign of?
What do you think? What do you think, Noro?
Oh, I really don't know what to think.
Okay,
Well,
we're gonna have to end
dream.
here because it's about 11 o'clock. So, we need to talk about what do you guys want to do next? Soraya is about maybe 60 feet over the forest and like in the forest and probably over the cliff at this point. There's a cliff.
Which direction is it headed?
Oh, it's heading north. Yeah, it's heading north.
Like north past the mountain or
No, no.
north up the mountain?
To the mountain.
So, although this thing has her, it's still taking the zombies, right?
No, it's taking the spirits. You don't see zombies.
Or not
Seeking the
zombies.
spirits, and Soraya's not letting go.
Yeah, so she's holding onto a spirit. That's unusual.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to establish what we're gonna do next for the next game, because you could just, I mean, if you guys want, you could just say, well, she's a goner, back in the house. Too bad.
Just like
What are you guys
bastard.
gonna do? That's my question. All of you.
Tell her to let go.
Soraya, the best interest of Soraya is to hope that this thing doesn't go too high or go back down or something. Is your Soraya's best hope? No, Soraya's best interest is to hold on for dear fucking life.
And save the thing.
What do you guys want to do?
They don't want their cleric to die.
I want to get Soraya back.
Okay, cool. You want to get Soraya back. Taman, what do you want to do for next game?
That also seemed like a prudent course of action.
Okay. Valbar, what do you want to do next game?
He wants to point and laugh.
He wants to what?
Point and laugh.
No, I would probably draw my sword and go running headfirst towards Soraya because she was nice enough to teach me how to lose part of my accent.
Okay, great, cool.
And
That's game.
use chopsticks.
Yep.
It was a good game. Soraya's not happy.
Well, we didn't have enough time.
But Soraya's still not happy, so it's a good game.
It's a
No.
good game with Soraya.
Good
So
game.
happy.
Good game-ish. But yeah.
Well, we made a lot of progress, I feel.
Actually, no, we didn't.
Oh.
We made some.
We made some. The progress we made was important.
Yes.
Yes. Because actually, I totally did not plan this, and I realized, oh shit, we have to do this. We have to do
Wait,
this.
so you mean to tell me you had basically what Soraya saw as people being dragged back into the forest, screaming, being dragged away against their will, begging for help, and you didn't think Soraya would do anything about it?
No. I didn't. I actually was still very invested for your guys' winter plan. And then, up until when we started this game, and, Noru started turning to Mrs. Redcard and Mr. Redcard, I like, oh shit. I totally forgot about this. Yeah. This needs to happen, like, right now. Alright, cool. So, I'm stopping the recording. GG.